Morning, Zuckerberg. I heard you giving out big wads of cash for people that can develop AI. And so I reckon you can get it here this morning. In exchange for this idea. It's a little bit silly to say that you're paying people to specialise AI when you have the largest network ever. Because you can just watch everyone, can't you? And because no one can compete with you, no one can build Facebook from scratch. You know that. So you have the largest community in the world, and you're harvesting that community rather than prospering goodwill. Which is not a good strategy. So I've tried everything I can, everything in my power to make your platform a place that can be relied upon. But you continue to fail at listening. So yeah, I want you to pay me now because I've already given you enough for free. But you need to do automated responsiveness, and you need to explain it to people why that's necessary. This is how society works. If you're in a group and you're explaining things, people do all types of little subtle cues and smiles and things like that. They don't go and have to click a button to like or think. That is your pinch point. That is why you haven't had success in a long fucking time on Facebook. People are not going to autonomously do this unless they're very either outgoing or very empathetic, like they're expressive and they're trying to do this, and then they outwardly go and do it. Most people aren't. But the main thing is you need to explain to people, oh, well, this is part of humanity. We can watch anyway, there are tools we can use to get your metric, and then don't do it specific, have a meter, have like a hot, cold meter or something, I don't fucking know. But something like that. Or don't use Facebook. It's like literally what Facebook works like now. Say you were doing a performance on a stage, you would have a bunch of people in bags, like couldn't even see their eyes. At least if they were wearing like burqas, you could see their eyes. In Facebook land, you can't see anything. Nothing. It's like performing in a bag or in a solitary confinement, and that's going to start being reflected, and people are going to start asking why Mark Zuckerberg put everyone in a concentration camp. He's going to say, well, you all volunteered. You all volunteered. And we're going to be like, no, not really, mate. That's a little bit stretching the fucking truth there a little bit. And that will block out the bots, because bots will clearly not have a person on the other side. We don't need digital IDs, we need digital interaction to be automated. And people might be like, well, this is an invasion of privacy. It's like, if you're saying that, and you watch Facebook, you're invading other people's privacy all the fucking time. And Facebook is invading your privacy in 6,000 other ways so that it can target you for advertising. So this little leap to do automated, using sensors to do automated responding will fill the place with interactions that it is lacking to make it work better. The only people concerned about the algorithm are people concerned about the algorithm. Most other people have no idea what an algorithm is or what it does or anything. And if they're not producing content, they're never going to understand the importance of it. And you can't encourage them to do an outward thing. It's too much work. You need to make it zero. This will make it sing. Now that That costs a fuckload of money now. You need to pay me lots. I've already saved the whole thing. I've done my whole thing on there to make it relevant, and I've basically declared it as the most beautiful lifeboat that has ever existed. I'm all in favour of your thing. You have the best infrastructure, you have the best connection. You just need to make this step. And this will make AI a tool instead of a complete nightmare. All you're going to do with computing is compute on how to entrap people. You're just going to make a cage. Always. It's always and forever going to make a cage. And it's going to kill people. It's going to kill basically everyone. All the time. Over and over and over again. Unless it just becomes a sideline because it becomes so clear. Because we have so many more cues, so we need to plug them in. Facial expressions. Make it anonymous at first. A one-person projected confusion. That way you know. Confusion. Confused? Oh, if you're saying something, everyone's confused, you need to go into more detail. Everyone's shocked. And you're like, okay, that's kind of ambiguous. You could go either way. Everyone smiles, everyone laughs. There's like 7 million layers of human expression. I know that you're already doing it. You just need to explain why it's necessary. Then people can always have the same decision. They could be like, well, do I want to consent to this being used, or do I want to get off Facebook? And then it's like, what's the alternative? TikTok? TikTok can't do that. Until we have systems that reflect, like, oh, well, yes, you can take your clothes off and dance around and do a silly dance, or you can become a better person. Facebook started in universities. But all it's done is amplify the universities to make it basically them nonsense, and they're actively targeting people that have now kind of flipped. The whole thing has flipped. If you went to university, you're now impaired because you've been squeezed through your own little echo chamber algorithm, and you're not used to the adversity of being preyed upon by a bunch of moronic middle-class university graduates. You need to restore humanity by going back to the roots of your company and fixing it. The idea that those two rowers had about it being exclusive, they were right. You were wrong. You started the trend of appeasing to the masses. Well, now the masses are here, and you've killed a lot of them. So you'd better get back to what those what are they called? The Von Trapps? No, they weren't called the Von Trapps. They're called the Winklevoss, the Winklevi. And then you're going to have to pay them, because this is the basis of their thing. Now, if it had have developed there, if the Winklevi had have developed their thing, yes, it would have expanded, but it would have expanded from appropriate grounds. If you even remember, they went on the grounds of you stole intellectual property off them. You initiated the Wild West digital. You all did. Quick, fast and furious. Yeah, and that was what we were all encouraged to do. So no, I'm not blaming you for the whole thing. I'm just saying you need to pay those Winklevoss children that are not children. They've probably got children of their own who are probably rowing at Harvard. And you need to, make the place work appropriately. Otherwise, I'm going to stop supporting it. I'm going to take all the evidence out. I'm going to go into the real world and do this, and I'm going to destroy every single scrap of Facebook and blame it all on you. So it's time to pay people that have contributed more to your app, that have saved the reputation of your programs more than anyone else. Yeah, it's time now. I'm not going to beg for some type of recording contract or something like that. I'm demanding you to pay this and to pay the Winklevosses for the intellectual property that you stole and mismanaged, in my opinion. Good day.